Hi guys, here we are playing Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Gambit. As we just figured out, Sean is the son of the president. April 6th, 4:51 p.m. Big building, empty lot. Sean? He was my dad? Can be easy learning the truth about your father's identity, so unexpected. Too late to ever know him. How hard I tried to find him? Sean, I get it. He was the president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. But he was right here in front of me. Right there on the set. So why didn't he just say something? You didn't tell me who he was. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. Not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broke my promise to you, if I would have never happened, and you wouldn't have, I ruined everything. Everything. It's all my fault. I ruined your flowers. Sean, please, you must not blame yourself. Just try to be here with me. Just for a little while. A bond between parent and child. It's symbolized by the lion lily. I'm no expert, but it's a native in Zangfa, so I know that much at least. Sadly, we don't have the luxury of dwelling on such things just now. Now it might be insensitive and but Manuel won't help us. We need to focus on what we can do about the case before us. You're right. I believe we'll learn all we need to know about that been back for now. I need to check something because I'm not 100% sure if I did it correctly. Yep. I'm on cue. I'm actually on cue. I'm good, guys. I don't have to worry. I believe we learned what we all need to know about what happened back then for now. How we put that online in your forest there on the case? I wouldn't know. He took those to the grave with him. He never shared his thoughts with anybody. There's no way of knowing what he figured out. What about your own thoughts? Are you feeling more positive in light of what we learned from case recreation? We're any closer from learning what really happened 12 years ago. You know, I think we might be. My father's footsteps are starting to become clear. Now we all need to do is follow them. All the way to the truth. Oh, please. Wait. Wait a minute, huh? Oh, I'm way too far. Oops. The real story of the years is finding out. The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Torosaurus story proves it. He must have gone there to meet Emily Fenn. Expected that he was kidnapped, although I happened to see it. If although hadn't been there, there should have been a murder, just a kidnap. Instead, they had moved his body to the planters to stage the photo to everybody off the scent. So that's our current theory, is it? But there's something I still don't understand. There is? Why? Why risk staging the picture? You would have the force of the president to play along. If he had it. Good question. Might have a closer discovering the answer than we think. We have to get there one deduction at a time. Yeah, I guess we will. Alright, the dust away. Mr. Bloodstain.
Objection!
There we go. You're saying there would have been no murder if the Albon wouldn't witness the kidnapping. That's really the case? Why wouldn't it be? The main aim was to abduct the president, right? If they hadn't been a witness present, they would have needed to murder anybody. Yet it remains possible that although the only one killed that night, the large pool of blood between the planters and but Albon was murdered by the snowman. Couldn't have belonged to him. But if all that blood was by the planters belonged to someone else? Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You realize what you're saying, don't you? I do, and it's hard to believe. I'll be the first one to admit it. What the evidence suggests. Not only one person was killed here 12 years ago, but two. You're saying they covered up a whole separate murder? But who was killed that night? Who covered this other homicide did very skillful indeed. Seemed to have avoided to be mentioned in the files. Didn't quite get rid of everything. If the big of evidence of 12 years ago I never managed to erase. Here's something else that happened at night.
Take that!
Mr. Wynn tried to shroud the citizen of the other murder in the darkness. There was one piece of evidence he hasn't been able to surpass. The evidence of your father, Agent Lang. My father? Cast your mind back, if you will. Something else was hidden along with the other evidence that was from the crime scene. The of the child who set the fire in the front of the orphanage. Oh, the chairman wished to erase him from the records. Because he saw something he should not have, that's why. He did? He did? What was it? Right here in this picture. The picture my father kept. I think we can all agree that the president on the right hand side. Pleurosaurus is in his hand. Is that saying across him? Where is he? There he is.
Take that!
Eastern ropes, a black dog can only be the bodyguard cannon. What? That creepy assassin guy? And what would hire the killer do by doing it in the presence of a president? I can't think of only one thing. That's right. It wasn't the kidnapping occurred here 12 years ago. There was assassination. Yeah! One of the client chairman winner were. Yes, I think they were complicated. More complicated in fact. One provided a venue for killing. The other one was present testimony for who child who witnessed it. The other one was murdered. Because he was witness actually of an assassination. But not the kidnapping he thought was it at all. You think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago? We only found his body this morning. He was alive and well until just recently. Yeah, we even met him. Gee, so we have the president killed 12 years ago. Like 48 hours. Two presidents. In other words. Right, which is completely impossible. Or is it? I think it's entirely possible for there to be two presidents. In fact, that will explain a lot. God, what happened, I still respect him. If I may not be a big country, he held that place together. This Angel Lang spoke as a noble and capable leader. No, President Mask. Well, that really slipped. Not unlike the man we met. It really did seem they were two completely different people. Who could one country have been president? Anything like that. It's not possible there would be two presidents. Well, it was a body double. I'm correct. One of the two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Body double? President Wang was a man of great power and influence of Sang Fa, a figure on the stage role. There are countless attempts on his life over the year. So I just won a Gourd Lake only a few days ago. True, there were more than a few assassination attempts. I mean, I may accept that there was more than one president. Not without proof.
Take that!
I don't think they'll notice the contradiction staring at him. Or is he just unable to accept it? What's the matter, Mr. Prosecutor? Pretty quiet all of a sudden. You know, all records, he asked the president to be at the orphanage at midnight. But it shouldn't have been possible for him to be there at the time. Huh? How come? Because he was supposed to stay still at the embassy. With your father, Angel Lang. He hadn't noticed. The only way you could have made it into places at once, there were two of him. Oh! The real president, that was one who died 12 years ago? I think it might have been. But why? And who? How would I if I had cannons to murder the president? I have to figure that out. You need to look again at the piece of evidence we discovered was fake. Fake evidence that was it again.
Take that!
The president taken by Alon's camera was staged some time after his murder. Alon was murdered because he will witness the president's assassination. In other words, photograph too must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the president in the staged photograph? The body double. Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president double had him killed, so he could have taken his place permanently. But whenever you look at it, help him do it. Wait, don't you even have a body that will support your theory? Are you telling me that magically disappeared? No, in fact, we know exactly where I've wounded up. The president's body was here the whole time. Footprints.
Take that!
Chairman Wayne dug up something up last night. Shouldn't he come across with anybody else to retrieve it? We thought it might have been ransom money, but it actually was something more important. Wait, you mean... That's right, the real president's body. I think it's highly unlikely anyway. What? The body may have been decomposed within the intervening years. The one surely would have remained. Has informed us the construction is due to start here somewhere soon. Everything will have wrapped up before then. Everything had wrapped up before then. Shooting, the movie, and the recovery of the president's remains. I guess once they start digging out the place, would have found him pretty quick, huh? Agent Lang, we need to have the so-called monster footprints analyzed again. Yeah, I guess we do. And I guess we do have to see it until next time, because I'm gonna end it off for here today, guys. And I wish you all a good day, a good week, and peace, small prayers. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.